Hey, what's up guys? It's Nick with Slug Slinger Air Guns. Did a little testing this weekend at the range. I got to shoot my ballistic gel. My first go at it didn't go so well. I was shooting it at 50 yards. All my slugs went through it except for the Jsb. It was a little bit too short. It didn't have the length. These slugs are getting close to 8 inches penetration in here. And my block was like 7. Next time I'm gonna mix up some more. I'll be a little more forgiving. All right, I was shooting the slugs from my M3. Might as well show you guys that. Hold on. There she is, rocking the Fat Boy 800 millimeter slug tension barrel. Segment gauge. Air Marksman rail, 30 MOA. You notice I spun the bolt over to this side. I like keeping my hand on the trigger. It's more comfortable for me. Got the Element Optics on there. Saber Tactical Arca 2 bottom rail. And it's all sitting on a Leo Photo MH60 Magic Ball Head. All right. There's that. Here's the gel. I tested the, here, I'll just put this here for you. Zan 30.5s, Zan 33s, FX hybrids, Jsb knockouts, and the varmint knockers. Look at that shit. Ripped up. Alright, I plan on cutting these out of here so we can see what they look like. Really impressed with the Zans though. They held together great. Got a lot of penetration. This is the 30.5s. They got almost looks a little further. Yeah, a little further than the 33s. The 33s ripped up. Looks like they peeled back after they expanded. Oh, zoom in. Focus. The FX hybrids. Looks like after they expanded, they kind of folded back. The knockouts, they're a little heavier than the hybrids. They penetrated less and fully expanded, which I think is perfect for a hollow point. You're not gonna have to worry about over penetration on something like that. The varmint knockers, I mean, brutal. They just exploded on the impact. Retained enough mass to pretty much match the Zan 33s. Alright, let me get a knife. We'll cut these bad boys out. Alright, here we go. So first I'm going to cut out these Zan 30.5s. I'll try to stay in the wound channel, so just in case it shows up good on camera for you. Let's pull them out. Wow. Look at that. It looks like it just started. It fully expanded. Let me get a little better. So fully expanded, and it looks like it just started to peel back. It was about to rip off. Alright, let's put them down. See if we could look at the wound channel. Oh, it shows up pretty good. Oh yeah. All right. Next we got the Zan 33s. These ones look like they started to fragment. Can you see that? All right. Man, this stuff is hard to cut. Let's take a quick look. All right, there it is. Yep. Peeled back. Oh, shit. Look at that. Held together great though. Just peeled back probably in the last little bit. All right. Those Zans shoot very accurate out of my M3. So it's good to see that they're penetrating and expanding like they should be. The 30 grains are going about 1,030 feet per second. Shooting MOA at 100 yards still. I haven't gotten a chance to stretch them out any further. Alright. So what I'm cutting into right now is the FX Hybrid. Okay, we're on. Oh wow, it actually did hold together. It's still intact. Looks like it literally folded inside out. This up here was probably the front of the hollow point. Oh, barely hanging on. And this was the base. So the whole top flipped inside out. Wow. These were the only ones that were going supersonic. They had to be going at least 1,100. Very loud crack. Okay. clear up some room. Alright, here we have the Jsb knockouts. See, I was really happy with the way these performed. Kind of like what you would expect in a hollow point. Not a lot of penetration, a lot of expansion, and just a real loud smack. I mean, next time I'll record that too, because the varmint knockers and the Jsb, they had a distinctively louder smack, and I think that's because the Jsb stopped right away and the varmint knocker exploded. The varmint knocker has a huge hollow point. It's noticeably wider than any other hollow point and noticeably deeper. The knockouts weigh 25.39 if I'm not mistaken. So they're a little heavier than the FX, but they still penetrated less, which to me is a good thing. I mean, that means they really dumped their energy. And you could kind of see it. I mean, look at that wound channel. So definitely held together the best out of everything we've seen so far. Really mushroomed out too. I mean, that's got to be wider than any of the other ones, because it didn't fully fold back yet. The other ones kind of kept mushrooming and then folded back. Sorry, my hands are kind of ripped up. I was doing roofing today. Oh yeah, I like that. All right, now the varmint knockers. This one's gonna be coming out in pieces. Let's take a good look at it. Wound channel, definitely a little different than the rest of them. It's got that explosion in the beginning. All right, let's get them out. Wow. Look at that. Like a grenade exploded in there. I'll start with the big pieces. So even though it lost all of that front end of it, it still held together real nice. Had enough weight to keep going. Just sharp little shards. Yeah, if you planned on eating it, I don't know if I would go with a varmint knocker. You might be picking lead out. I mean, like I said, these have a massive hollow point. And I think that's why they explode. Just look at that. All the shards just were cutting into there. So I'm actually going to melt this gel down and make a new mold. I'll probably make a new batch and add some to it. I want to get up to 4 liters. I think double the size would be better. And still fit in my refrigerator without getting me into any trouble. Oh, a little lead in this one. Yeah, I'll have to get some of that out of there. This way it doesn't contaminate the next one. I'll save that for later. All right. So here we have it. Let's do some measuring. So the Zen 30.5s. We'll take the widest. .369. This is not worth measuring, but I'm just out of curiosity what that held on to. Let's do it down here. .2715. The FX. I mean, that must have been really wide before it folded back. Look at the only thing left is the base. Not really worth measuring that one. The Jsb though, that looks huge. I'm gonna say it's gotta be close to 4. Let's see, at the widest, I bet it's 4. 3975. Just in case you thought I was cheating. Alright. And the varmint knockers, we'll take one more look. Shredded, but let's see what we got left. .292. Pretty impressive. So I'm definitely going to be doing some more of this testing. I'm going to test a whole bunch of slugs, as many as I can get my hands on, really. And the ones that penetrate and expand the best, I'll then test those against each other. Once I figure out a little bit more about the ballistics gel and how it's working, I will make a longer mold that I can test even more side by side, so it's easier to compare. Really impressed with the Jsb knockouts, the way they expanded right away, held together. I think that's how a hollow point should work. The Zan 30.5s also, I mean, they really expanded out, penetrated real deep. I think that's how a nice heavy one should work. You know, it's at least 5 grains heavier than the Jsb Knockout, so makes sense that it went a lot further. Has more foot-pounds. I think it showed that. The varmint knockers, I mean, for 32.8 grains, just absolutely exploded on impact. Seems like it held on to enough mass to keep up with the penetration of the rest of them. So I kind of think those were the stars of the show here. Look forward to testing them against some other stuff. A little sticky here from the gel now. There we go. I'm just going to show you guys what they look like down there. Spin you up. Boom. Pan out. So you got the varmint knockers and their shrapnel. Jsb knockouts. Held together great. FX hybrids. Zan 33s. Looks like they held together pretty good, but right at the end, they kind of lost their little mushroom. And the Zan 30.5s. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Looking forward to getting out there and doing some more tests at like 100 yards plus. My range is pretty much topped out at about 120 though. So if I could get out a little further, yeah.